Hey, my name is Zheng Qiang. Welcome to this class. I will introduce the types of study design. Yes, epidemiology is an important research methodology, and the task of epidemiology is to measure disease frequency, and another task is to assess distribution of disease in a specific time, place, and population. And the third task is to identify determinants of disease. Yes, these are components of research. That is, define the problem. Second, specify the objectives. That is, to generate the hypothesis. And the third step is to select the types of study design. Then you have to select the study population and collect and analyze data, and finally to determine conclusions. Yes, there are two main types of epidemiological study design. That is observational studies and intervention studies. And next, we will introduce these studies design one by one. Observational studies is defined as is to allow nature to take its course and the investigator measures, but not intervention. And there are two types of observational study. That is descriptive study and the analytical studies. And the descriptive studies is a description of disease or health status, and the analytical studies is to explore or to test the relationship between exposure and the disease. Yes, these are differences between descriptive and analytical epidemiology. For descriptive epidemiology, only one group of studies are in descriptive epidemiology. And at the start of the descriptive study, there is no explicit hypothesis regarding cause-effect relationship. And the study is in development of possible hypotheses regarding cause and effect relationship, but does not confirm or reject such hypotheses. But for analytical epidemiology, there are at least two groups are studied for comparison. And the start of the study, there is explicit hypothesis regarding exposure possibly causing an outcome. And the end of the study, it confirms or rejects the hypothesis with which it studied. And this definition of descriptive study is it involves the systematic collection and presentation of data to give a clear picture of a particular situation. And the descriptive can be carried out or implemented on smaller or large scales in community. And you remember, descriptive study is very important. It's the first things first. Yes, the descriptive study is concerned with the following questions. Why is the disease occurring? Where is it occurring? And who is getting the disease? That is the distribution of disease in a specific time, in a specific place, and in a specific population. This is the procedures of epidemiological studies. That is defining the population to be studied, and to define the disease on the study, and to describe the disease by time, place, and population, and then to measurement the disease by case control, cross-sectional study, and longitudinal study. Then comparing with known indices, and finally formulation of an etiological hypothesis. Yes, a case report is a detailed presentation of a single case and generally reports a new or unique findings. For example, previous undescribed disease or rare adverse events. That is the case report. This is an example of case reports which has been published in European Heart Journal, and this is acute pulmonary embolism and COVID-19. And COVID-19 is a new infectious disease. This is a case report. Case series is defined as the experience of a group of patients with a similar diagnosis, and the cases may be identified from a single or multiple sources and generally reports on new and unique conditions. You may understand the case series and the many case reports. Yes, this is an example of case series to introduce the clinical and clinical risk factors of the COVID-19 cases in Europe. Yes, the case report and the case series may help us to generate the hypothesis and also suggesting the associations. These are advantages and disadvantages, and as I said, and the case report and case series is very, very useful for generating hypotheses, and also is provide informative for very rare disease with few established risk factors. But however, the case report and the case series cannot study cause and effect relationships, and also the case report and the case series cannot assess disease frequency. These are major references. Thank you very much.